It will be Langlais out of the red corner versus DePaolis out of the blue corner. Chris, I was just talking about what a 50-50 fight this is expected to be. It's finally here, DePaolis versus Langlais.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this matchup.
Everybody's talking about Harry and Brandon for obvious reasons, right? But the sleeper fight on this card absolutely is Rico DePaolis. As you can hear, we're screaming over the crowd. Rico DePaolis and Stephen Langlais. Both fighters are 1-1. Both fighters desperately need a victory. They could have took soft touches, but they chose to fight each other. And I mean, this is what Boston Boxing's all about. Regional guys, Fall River versus Watertown, head to head. It's about as exciting as it gets.
Well, the light heavyweight limit of 175. Should be a good one for
Rico DePaolis comes from the famed Nolan Brothers boxing gym. Amazing boxing gym out of Waltham, Massachusetts, run by the Nolan Brothers. Two great, wonderful guys. Those are the type of guys that make boxing great. The community around here, people like the Nolan Brothers, it's wonderful. And on the flip side, coming to the ring right now to Fortunate Son, which is a classy call for a walkout song by any means. Here comes Stephen Langlais, mixed martial arts veteran, but 1-1 is a professional boxer. And as you discussed earlier in the card, both men have one loss by first round knockout, and both men have one win by first round knockout. Good to see you, brother.
Well, we knew these cards were bound to bring out some celebrities.
Yeah.
Sully Erna, the lead singer of Godsmack, is in the house.
Just paid the announcer's table a visit. Nice to see celebrities from the music and acting world here tonight. That's how big this fight is. That's how big this fight is in the New England region. Harry versus Higgins. But again, man, we got a barn burner coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for 4 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner to my left. Wearing blue trunks with white trim, sporting a record of 1 win, 1 defeat, 1 big win by way of knockout. From nearby Watertown, Massachusetts, Rico DePaolis.
And the fans are here tonight for Rico DePaolis.
And his opponent standing directly across the ring, fighting out of the red corner to my right. Wearing solid black trunks. His record, also 1 win, 1 defeat, 1 big win by way of knockout. From Fall River, Massachusetts, Stephen Clubber Langlais. 4 rounds, light heavyweights.
Here we go. This is going to be an exciting one. Rico has never fought in front of a crowd. One of the reasons his fan base is so big is his first 2 fights were at empty venue pandemic shows, where Stephen Langlais knows what it's like to be in front of a crowd, so you assume that his nerves with his experience are probably less than Rico's. A lot on the line for Rico is also expecting his first child. Not any week, not any day, any minute.
Hour,
his pregnant wife is ringside and wanted to be here in case she went into labor. And here we go.
Classy move. They touch gloves at the center of the ring. DePaolis wearing the solid blue trunks with white trim. Stephen the Clubber Langlais wearing solid black trunks.
Yeah, Langlais is coming in swinging big. Rico seems to be trying to use his height advantage to work off the jab. But Langlais has seen this before, by all means. And he came out with a big overhand to start things off.
Definitely with the height and reach advantage, but Clubber Langlais definitely might have the power in this fight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and backing Rico up, unloading with two big body shots there. Rico readjusting, trying to get back on the jab. Throws a nice reaching body shot of his own. Langlais reaching with those shots a bit, but he's letting his hands go.
Langlais working the jab now.
Oh, Rico tried to step in.
DePaolis is pounding away.
Oh.
You can hear it, any sign of...
and Clubber's back. We got a war breaking out here, Matt.
They're going at it now. DePaolis answers. Langlais keeping them against the
They
ropes.
are touching gloves in between exchanges, which I just don't like. This is a professional fight. There's no need to show anybody respect like that. I think that's an amateur move from DePaolis, and I think Langlais could take advantage of that at a certain point if he tries it again. Both men have to be careful about the gas tank, so exchanges like that just drain a fighter. And both guys are smiling at each other. You got to love it.
DePaolis caught against
Langlais
the ropes
unloading.
Langlais.
Rico fighting off the ropes. Langlais reaching to that body.
Couple of body
Digging.
shots by Langlais.
Right hand to the body. Sneaking the uppercut in there.
Now DePaolis
Rico fires back.
He's trying to move.
We have a
Langlais
full-fledged
off
war
against
on our
the
hands here. As expected, fireworks from Rico DePaolis and Clubber Langlais in round 1. Shots like this, though, for young fighters, Matt, it's exhausting. I can't see them doing 4 rounds at this pace. I think the gas tanks are going to fall flat.
It's absolutely unsustainable.
Yeah, unsustainable is a good way to put it. Great nickname if you ever turn professional, Matt. The unsustainable Matt Nelson.
I would have 1 fight and be done because my boxing career would be unsustainable.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, Rico with a nice lead hook, and the pace is slowing down a bit. I think there was a lot of nerves for both fighters early on.
DePaolis has to start taking advantage of his reach advantage.
But the reach advantage isn't as effective when you're firing off the ropes. He needs distance to be able to work, and he's not going to be able to create that on the ropes. I think being on the ropes is more Langlais' game, to pin him there and let his hands go. Oh, big leaping. And both men looks like they're about to see round 2.
Last second combo.
That is a fun first round. Applause to both gentlemen. What a sensational first round, all action.
Now, I think that was about even.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a 50-50 round. It's hard to go. If you like Langlais' pressure, if you like how he pinned him on the ropes, I do think you have to go with Langlais. Rico did some nice work off the ropes, but I edge it to Langlais. I felt like he was a little busier and looked a little more dominant. Langlais opting to stand in the corner, a bit of a veteran move, whereas Rico is in the corner getting instructions from the Nolan brothers, as we previously mentioned. This is a fun fight already.
Well, we want to thank you for watching live on youtube.com/BostonBoxing/live. That's where we'll be taking up residence for the next 3 weeks. Tickets still available for nights 2 and 3 of the Great American Boxing Bash on boxingnh.com. Be here or be stuck at home watching live on YouTube.
Either way, just a lot of fun here at the Castleton, the Blue Horizon of New England. This crowd is amped, and we're into round 2 with what we predicted to be an exciting slugfest, and it absolutely has already been, between Rico DePaolis in his 3rd professional fight versus Stephen Langlais in his 3rd professional fight.
Be interesting to see how these guys come out for round 2. Starting off a little bit slower than the first round.
Slower pace.
Completely understandable. Langlais trying to push DePaolis against the ropes again.
One would think Rico should just be living off the jab with that height and reach advantage. I mean, it should just be firing a jab nonstop. I don't think Langlais can get in when he throws it, but he's having big lulls that's allowing Langlais a chance at bum rush and do some work when he gets close. Oh, beautiful 1-2 from DePaolis, and that's his game.
Now Langlais answering with a nice jab up the middle.
And this is Langlais' world.
DePaolis stuck against the ropes again now.
Rico flaring off. We have warfare here at the Castleton. Unbelievable, exciting exchange.
Equal shots for both of these guys. And now DePaolis.
Rico is... Well,
couple of jabs, get through the blocker.
Not necessarily appropriate footwork with that jab combination, but it did the trick. Langlais with a big haymaker, heading over the top. There's always a overhand right's a great punch for a shorter fighter on a taller fighter, but it's got to come out a little faster than that to have any effect. But Rico with those big bursts, the drain that takes on a fighter, you have to take a lull to recover. And here comes Langlais.
Another trade on the ropes.
Yeah, both, nice uppercut from Rico.
Turning it around.
Langlais was open for it. Both men completely square. Isn't recommended.
Langlais is trying to keep the on the ropes in the corner.
Sneaky little uppercut from Langlais. That's Langlais' game. When he can pin him against the ropes and outwork him, that's going to be his chance to win this fight.
And Rico DePaolis has a lot of power in short range, as we've seen when he's
which is surprising for the distance that he needs.
There's a big right from DePaolis.
Right down the middle, and Langlais right back at him. This has proven to be everything we hoped it would be.
DePaolis,
Rico setting up his shots. And again, both men trading punches. Oh, nice little sneaky uppercut from Langlais. Unbelievable action here in the second.
They're just trading now, Langlais and
both
DePaolis.
men smiling and loving it. Wow, what a great round. Woo!
Another even round.
We got a burner. And very interesting to see what the judges do in a situation like this. With both fights being so close, it'll be very interesting to see where the judges lean. I could see either of those rounds going either way.
Both these guys looking to get above 500 in their careers, both at 1-1. Bout number 5 of 11. It's been a dandy so far in night number 1 of the Great American Boxing Bash.
And the voice of Boston Boxing, who could not be here with us tonight, Gray Johnson.
Yes.
This was the fight that he was just on pins and needles about. It's a shame he doesn't get to call it, but we know he's watching. We miss you, Gray. We love you. Can't wait to have you back next week on night 2 of Boston Boxing. And we hope this fight is everything that you wanted, Gray.
Shout out to Gray. Everything that I might make any semblance of sense on the broadcast tonight came from Gray's analysis during the Control Center series.
Oh, unbelievable. Everyone loves the Boston Boxing Promotions Control Center series, recently live from Southern California. Gray Johnson. But we're back in the action here at the top of 3, and now it's going to be interesting to see how both fighters work off of those 2 hard rounds, throwing so many shots. Who's going to edge out?
They're just trading big shots.
Langlais pressuring, but Rico firing off, but eating some shots in the process. Big looping shot, and Langlais counter as well.
DePaolis waves away the ref who wanted to check on him, says, I'm good, let's go. Langlais connecting on a couple of powerful jabs.
Seems like Rico's pace has slowed a little bit, and Clubber back to more of the same. Oh, nice little sneaky uppercut. Yeah. And then Rico fires back with straight shots off the ropes. Beautiful body shot by Langlais. I mean, you're really seeing some even exchanges, and that's going to be tough for the judges.
Every time Langlais has had a spurt of momentum and got DePaolis on the ropes, DePaolis is able to answer.
Fire off four shots.
Another big shot by Clubber.
But I still think there's a visual to a judge when you're fighting off the ropes, even when you're landing, the exchange goes to the gentleman who's putting the pressure on. So I think that's why Langlais may be edging him slightly, even though Rico's combinations are great. But Langlais is just be a little more work. Langlais is really a fan of that little lead sneak jab uppercut that he has there. Again, just sneaking that out. Both men sizing each other up. You can imagine the exhaustion right now.
DePaolis backs out.
Spirited affair here at the Castleton. And then Langlais,
oh, they caught each other.
There's definitely momentum when Rico has action because of the crowd. You get that heat from the crowd. But the reality is I think Langlais is outworking DePaolis so far. When he throws, it's beautiful and everything's landing and it's great, but I think there's the lulls in between are difficult. That jab right there, if he stays on that jab all night, that's his game.
10 seconds left, round number 3.
Last 10 seconds. Wow.
Another close
Just a great fight. It's very possible that the winner of this fight will come down to who wins this next round. This is a pivotal round for both fighters. I could see this on the judges' scorecards. We could be all over the place. We could be looking at a 3-0 fight. We could be looking at a 2-1 fight.
Could be looking at a couple of drawn rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't see that too often, but this definitely would be the type of fight that would warrant it for sure.
Well, we expected it, and this one definitely living up to the expectations as a toss-up.
Always the best when you go into a 50-50 fight and it's 50-50 action. There's no doubt about it. And the Castleton is rocking right now.
Oh, yeah. 1,000 people in attendance, another couple thousand watching live on YouTube.
And folks outside attempting to sneak in through virtually every entrance we have, apparently. Security is busy tonight. But they want in. You can't deny the fans.
Wild.
Here we go. Wonderful fight, round 4. Let's enjoy the action.
Langlais and DePaolis in the 4th of 4 in the light heavyweight division.
This is the type of fight that Tim Boxeo stays up late at night dreaming about, Matt. Nice combination. Rico's very effective when more than one punch comes. When the combinations come, Rico has a lot of effect, but the breaks in between. Excellent. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube right now. Wonderful to have everybody with us tonight to enjoy night 1 of the Great American Bash. And this bash between Clubber Langlais and Rico DePaolis. This is going to kind of come down to which man wants it more. And it's easy to say that because it's such an obvious statement, but it really does feel like that type of fight. In the last minute, coming up, who is going to dig deep and really try and win this fight?
Both I had to score it. Thankfully, I'm not one of the 3 judges ringside.
Tough one to score.
I think Langlais might have the slight advantage just because of the way he's been leading those combos into the ropes.
Yeah, right now we're getting punches, we're getting action from Langlais, and Rico seems to be waiting.
Langlais again gets DePaolis against the ropes.
But DePaolis got off the ropes this time. Nice overhand by Langlais. Langlais looks like a cut's open up on the bridge of the nose. I don't think it's going to affect the fight at this point. Nice body shot from Langlais. He's pressing the action right now. And there's a visual that I think he wants it a little more. DePaolis has to get busy here. Walked into a great shot.
DePaolis knows it.
And here comes Rico.
They go into the corner.
On the ropes.
DePaolis trying to fight off Langlais, who's got him up against the ropes again.
I don't understand the touching of gloves. That's just absolute.
At the beginning of the fight, I get
insanity. Yeah. Here comes Langlais. Sportsmanship for after the fight. I think everybody in this room knows that this fight is hanging in the balance, and Rico's fans are cheering him on, begging for him to get this last round.
Langlais connects on another jab.
And it ends how it began. Both men on the ropes. Here we go, Matt. The final stanza.
Langlais charges, they'll back off.
Seems like both men are waiting to hear that 10-second clapper, and I think they're both going to go for it and try and steal the round. But you can't always wait. The man who's active before that last 10-second bell. Here we go. Last 10 seconds.
Here it is, the most exciting 10 seconds in boxing.
Sensational fight. Absolutely sensational fight. That was a barn burner. Great, great fight. And the crowd roaring its approval. They know they saw a fun one here tonight at night 1 of the Great American Boxing Bash.
Another classic. Langlais versus DePaolis. For the first time, maybe not the last time. As we welcome back in Scott Sullivan. Scott, that was a hell of a fight.
That fight went as expected. Talk about 50-50. They were beating the hell out of each other.
Well, the next fight, we know we'll have a lot of viewers out in Orange County, California, as David Tubbs steps in for the 6th time as a professional against Thomas Haney III, who is making his pro debut. Another light heavyweight battle. That was an absolute classic from Langlais and DePaolis, Scott. Maybe not the last time we see them square off in the ring.
They might need to do it again after that one. regardless of the decision, win, lose, draw, they just got to do it again for us.
We saw that fight pretty much even up through the end of the third round. The edge, if we had to give one to Langlais, do you agree, just because of the way he was leading those charges into the ropes?
Well, it's all about how you look at it. This is where boxing gets a little tricky sometimes because, yes, he was the aggressor without a question, but some judges like guys that are boxing a little more, and he likes it.
If it was a fight with the crowd scoring, I think DePaolis would have it easy.
I say call it a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give both of these fighters a round of applause? What a hell of a fight that was. Rico DePaolis and Stephen Langlais. Hey folks, I don't know if you've noticed this, but since the pandemic has ended, there's been a lot of stupid people at sporting events. We've got Fall River and Watertown acting like nothing but class as your fighters went to war. Round of applause for you guys. We're gonna keep it that way all night. After 4 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Martha Tremblay scores the fight 38-38 even. Judges Eddie Scunzio and John Madfis score the fight 39-37. For your winner, via majority decision, from Fall River, Massachusetts, Stephen Clubber Langlais.
Well, we had a feeling at least one of them was going to call it a draw. It is a majority decision for Stephen the Clubber Langlais. Martha Tremblay had that at 38-38. You can't necessarily falter.
That's what I had it. I had it 38-38. I gave the first 2 rounds to Stephen, and I gave the last 2 to Rico. I felt like he burnt out a little bit. He clubbed his way out of there, but he kept pushing.
Well, it's a good night to be in the red corner as the combatant fighting out of the red corner have won all 5 fights to this point. And that is where we'll see David Tubbs coming out of against Thomas Haney III.